Hi everybody, Amy George here, and I'm recording this on my phone, so hopefully it goes well. And I am doing my book presentation today, and I have chosen to do it on a picture book that I actually just discovered through Amazon. And this picture book is called The Most Magnificent Thing, and it is by Ashley Spires. And this book is adorable. It really is. I don't have any other words for it. I classified it as a picture book because of the way the illustrations and the text work together. Part of the definition of picture book is that it tells a story that the pictures couldn't tell without the words, or the words couldn't tell without the pictures. And I definitely see that in this book. They work so well together, and it's just so fun to read. And picture books, also they communicate information or tell stories with many pictures combined with relatively little text, which is definitely how this book is laid out. And so that's why I classified it as a picture book. So this book, one of the best things about it, I'll just say, is the illustrations, because they were done on a computer. And so you can kind of see they have like a more digital look to them. They weren't done by hand. And the author has actually written in here, it's kind of funny, says the artwork in this book was rendered digitally with lots of practice, 2 hissy fits, and 1 all-out tantrum. So I just really appreciated that. I think that was very, it's good of her to put that in there, you know? But this story tells, this book tells the story of a little girl and her best friend, who is her dog. So this is the little girl, and this is her best friend, her dog, who becomes her assistant also. And it goes through the story and talks about what they do together. It says here that they race, they eat, they explore, and they relax together. And you can kind of tell the illustrations, only the people and the dog are in color. All of the city background, you know, the setting there, is black and white, which I found very interesting. And so it tells that the little girl, I'll show you this one, she loves to make things. And the dog, ironically, loves to unmake them. So it's a great pair. So one day, this little girl decides that she is going to make the most magnificent thing. And that's all it says. It's just the most magnificent thing. And you don't find out what that magnificent thing is until the very end of the story. And it's pretty cool. I'm not going to tell you what it is because I don't want to give it away, but it's a pretty cool thing to make. So the story goes on. And as she begins to make this, shows here that they gather their supplies. And so you can see the people. I love it because they're so, I mean, you can tell exactly how they're feeling based off of their faces, and I think that's so fun. But they go to gather their supplies, and they start making it, and nothing is going to plan. The little girl and her dog just can't, the little girl can't take the magnificent thing that's in her mind and put it into reality. And she gets so frustrated, and she keeps on trying and trying. She tweaks, and she fastens, and she does everything, and it's just not working out. Until finally, what happens is that, where is it? She gets mad. It says the angrier she gets, the faster she works. And she smashes the pieces. She jams parts together, and she pummels the little bits in, which didn't work out too well for her. And so she got mad. She finally explodes, and she gives up. She says, I'm not good at this. I quit. And that is when her dog, her assistant, suggests a walk. Because that'll be fun for everybody, right? Not just the dog. So they go on this walk, and as they're going on the walk, she gets happier and happier as she's seeing all the people around her. And she sees all of her old creations, the ones that didn't turn out the way she wanted them to. She notices that while as a whole they're wrong, she could take some of the right pieces in there and take them out and combine them to make the most magnificent thing. And that's what she does. So she takes all of the bad pieces and she makes her most magnificent thing. And I won't tell you what it is because I really want you to read it because it's really cute. But she's successful. And I loved the story just because of the illustrations and the moral behind it. I think that is something that we can all relate to. I think being able to persevere in spite of the fact that a lot of times we just want to stay in bed all day and do nothing is something that we all need to learn. And to do this in a children's book, I think is a wonderful idea because the earlier they learn that, the better. And that is why I chose this book. I loved it. I thought it was amazing. Great moral, great story, great illustrations, super cute. And yeah, that is my book presentation. Thank you all for listening.